spine, the transverse process, the neural canal, as well as the centrum. Okay, and the structure of the neural spine, the transverse process, the neural canal, as well as the centrum will be the ones that differentiate the three vertebrae here. Okay. All right. Now, another special thing about the first vertebrae, the cervical, is this is the only vertebrae that has these two small holes here. Okay. So this small hole is known as the vertebral trial. Vertebral canal. All right. So please take note that only the cervical vertebrae has the vertebral arterial canal. Okay, the other two they do not have. So this will be your the best characteristic that you can use to identify or to differentiate between cervical from thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. Okay, so this I would like to highlight it here because this is one of the structures that you can use to differentiate between the three vertebrae. So now let's go to the thoracic vertebrae. Okay, now thoracic vertebrae is the vertebrae that has a big neural canal. And you can see here this is almost looking like a heart shape centrum. So these are the two significant characteristics of the thoracic vertebrae that can use to identify it. So what are the two? One is a big neural canal, and the second thing is a heart-shaped centrum. Okay, so big neural canal, heart-shaped centrum. Okay, and then both of the transverse process are actually pointing upwards, isn't it? This one is pointing downwards, this one is pointing sideways. So thoracic's transverse process, they are pointing upwards. All right, next thing is lumbar. Okay, for lumbar, this is also easy for you to identify based on this characteristic of the centrum. So lumbar vertebrae has the biggest centrum out of all the three. So since it has a big centrum, it will have a smaller neural canal. Okay, so those are the two characteristics for you to identify lumbar. One is the big centrum, second is the smaller size of the neural canal. Okay, now another thing that I need you to know is you need to also know what's the function of these two. Okay, because these two has a very important function and they share the same function. Okay, so by having the neural spine and transverse process, this allow the attachment of muscle to happen. So if you have a question in the examination asking you what is the function of neural canal and transverse process, so you simply answer it is for muscles attachment. Okay, and neural canal is for the spinal cord. Okay, centrum. Okay, centrum is basically to give support to the backbone. Okay, so you might be wondering, okay, this is how does this look in the real human body, right? So this is actually our back side. Okay, so if I may draw the head here, so the head is pointing this side. Okay, so this one is found inside the body, and this one is pointing to your back part. So you can actually feel the bones here. I think basically we have covered almost everything about the vertebrae. Okay, the last thing that you need to know about